Hey guys, I wanted to come to you today with a video about my yarn wraps. Basically, I've had them in for around 5 weeks, and I'm going to be redoing one just to show you how I do my yarn wraps. So here we go. As you can see, I have some new growth. Obviously, after having them in for a month, some new growth and some fluff. But yeah, so I'll be taking down this one to show you how I do the yarn wraps, because I'm going to be redoing my edges. Okay.
Round, 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 round we go. The sound's the boat. We sail the globe. It's like round, 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 round we go. The sound's the boat. We sail the globe. It's like round, 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 round we go. The sound's the boat. We sail the globe. It's like round, 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 round we go. The sound's the boat. We sail the globe.
Today you're wonderful, strange and something new. I can't even find the space to read you. Today you're wonderful and strange and something new. I can't even find the space to read you. Read you, read you, read you, read you. The sky was overcast. I'm letting lyrics rain down, no time for faulty bars. I spread the truth and kill the beat, I'm trying to multitask. Showing this so advanced, no it's not only art. In terms of effort, I know 100 is the best percent.
A bunch of build up here from my brain spray.
I'm really hoping your ears will accept this. Deviation from the norm is my main objective.
Gently pull the hair apart. The hair is very moisturized, it feels very soft. I made sure I protected my hair with a creamy leave-in before I put the braid in.
We keep fighting for
And as you
change,
can see,
despite all the clouds
all
moving
of this
sight
shed
of the hand.
hair
My ideas deriving from dividing the page, then I write rhymes that arrive
coming
inside
from
my brain.
this piece. Now this is 5 weeks old, so there's a ton of shed hair. Okay, so yeah, this is my hair. This is how short I cut my hair. Okay, so you basically will take a section of your hair like this. What I like to do is use some kind of butter or creamy leave-in, like a thick creamy leave-in. This is just some shea and some oil mix that I have together, like shea butter mixed with coconut oil, jojoba oil, olive oil, and castor oil. And I'm just gonna apply the shea to this hair, and that will also help to remove the hair that has been shed also, because it's like kind of lubing up the hair shaft. There you go, you have a nice shiny bit of hair. So basically, let me show you how I do the yarn twists. I take 2 pieces of yarn. Now obviously you're going to measure it to how long that you want the yarn, your yarn wraps to be. So I just cut the end off this to unravel it, so it's going to be a little shorter than it was, but I don't feel like going and getting some fresh yarn. I'm just going to reuse this. Okay, so you take 2 pieces of yarn, 2 single pieces of yarn, you put them together as one, okay, and then you braid this part of your hair. You can braid it halfway. It actually depends on how long your hair is. I braid it to the end of my hair because my hair is pretty short right now, so braid it to the end of your hair if you feel like it. Braid it halfway, braid it just a little bit, it's up to you, but just braid this into your hair using your hair as the 3rd strand. Okay, so I normally wrap around just to secure the braid. Okay, so your hair is the 3rd strand. Okay, so you see I've braided, excuse me, I want you to be able to see clearly. So I've braided my hair, my hair with the yarn. So now it's tight and secure, okay? So now you go and take a longer piece of yarn. Now normally I just do it slightly longer than the yarn that I measured for the braid, because you're going to start at the top. You're not folding this yarn in half, okay? So you take 3 pieces of yarn that you've measured out. So as you can see, this is 3 single pieces of yarn. You take this yarn and you put it together, okay? And it's pretty long, see? But when you fold it, it's just a little longer than the yarn for the braid. So this is how long the braid yarn is, and this is how long the wrap yarn is. So maybe like 6 to 7 inches longer. Okay, so you take these 3 pieces of yarn and you put them together like so. Now sometimes you can spray this yarn where your hair is with some S-Curl or with a leave-in conditioner, just to make sure, just to add that extra bit of moisture in there, especially if you're going to be leaving the yarn wrapped in for a while. So you take the 3 pieces of yarn, you leave maybe just under 1 inch of yarn right here, okay? And just watch what I do. So you have a little bit of yarn sticking out, maybe 1 inch or so, okay? You just fold this over and you hold it down with your hand. So this is the yarn, extra bit of yarn, okay? So you hold this down and then you wrap over it, okay? You wrap over that little piece of yarn, a little bit that was sticking out, and you do that. Once you do it twice, it should stay in place. But you want to make sure you're wrapping over it, because you don't want pieces to stick out. I mean, if any of the little pieces stick out, of course you can just trim them off. But yeah. Now, I don't know if you can see. Let me do a close-up. I'm sorry for my old braids that look dusty as hell, but now you see, that little piece sticking out is from the bit of yarn that we put in, so you want to try and cover it up as much as possible. I really should have tied my hair back, so please excuse me. So as you can see, how you wrap the hair around the yarn. Now you don't want to start wrapping too close to the scalp, because it twists as you continue to wrap. It's going to twist the hair, and you don't want to put too much tension on your scalp, because that can pull out the hair from the roots, obviously, and cause like some distress in that area. So you just want to keep wrapping until you get to the bottom. And I also need to warn you, yarn wraps is a time-intensive process. It's not like braiding hair. It takes a lot longer, and it's a lot more tedious. But if you have patience, you can definitely do it. I think my first install, when I first did yarn wraps, took me about 15 hours with a lot of breaks. You could probably do this in 8 to 12 hours, I would say, in one go, especially if you already have the yarn measured out.
It's like round, 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 round we go. The sound's the boat, we sail the globe. It's like round, 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 round we go. The sound's the boat, we sail the globe. It's like round, 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 round we go. The sound's the boat, we sail the globe. It's like round, 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 round we go. The sound's the boat.
So I'm just gonna stop here. So what I'll do when I get to the end of where I want my braid, I take a piece of yarn from the yarn that I've been wrapping with, one piece of yarn, and I just tie a little knot at the end, okay? Now I do this twice, so 3 times, 4 times, like however hard you want to secure it. But I do it twice with one, and then I take another piece and I do it twice with that piece. Okay? And you really want to be pulling this tight so it's secure. Okay? The knot. So awkward. Gosh. Okay. So, as you can see, the end is knotted. I really want to show you the knot. Okay. Right here. You see that? These are knots that I've tied in it. So I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to snip off the extra ends. Okay, so you have an ending like this. And also, if at the top you have any of the top yarn sticking out, this is the time you can go in and trim it. There isn't really much sticking out here, like maybe this little piece of fuzz. But yeah, I'm not even going to bother with that. I'm just going to leave it. So now you have your yarn wrap and you've tied the end. So I take the end and I just go over it with the lighter just to kind of seal it. And there you go. So yeah, that's basically a little tutorial on how I do my yarn wraps. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all my new subscribers. I hope you're getting something out of the random sporadic videos that I post. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you again soon. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is where you are, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Okay, bye.
The sky was overcast. I'm letting lyrics rain down. No time for faulty bars. I spread the truth and kill the beat. I'm trying to multitask. Showing this up.